All right, in the Health Wire, people are going gaga over gluten-free. More and more supermarkets are expanding their gluten-free sections.
Well, here's some video of the gluten-free shelves at the Fry's supermarket at Tatum and Cactus. They also have gluten-free frozen meals and desserts in the freezer section. More than $6.2 billion of gluten-free products were sold last year.
Wow.
That's up 16.9%. Now, in the past, people with celiac disease were the only ones who bought gluten-free because their body couldn't tolerate or break down the gluten.
So that's what celiac disease is,
Exactly.
huh? So now more and more people are choosing this diet for a healthier lifestyle.
So our next guest here with us is the writer of the book, Stress Less, Weigh Less. Lifestyle expert Holly Mosier is here to talk about going gluten-free, some changes you can make, and if it's really good for everyone.
Hi,
Holly.
Hi.
Thanks for coming in.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So gluten is found in wheat,
Yes.
in anything of rice.
You want to avoid wheat, barley, rye, and their derivatives. And that's where it gets a little bit confusing because it's not enough just to avoid, like, say, wheat bread. There might be a derivative that's used in a sauce. So you want to be cautious about it. Now,
And most of the time, if you turn the product over, it'll say where it's made, if it was in a factory with wheat or things like that, because that might be a problem for you too, right?
yeah, if there's a commingling of the machines. So if it's a machine that processes oats, which should be fine, sometimes it'll say made with a machine that, you know, also processed wheat. So you
One
wanna be
time I
cautious.
offered a friend a beer, and he said he couldn't drink it because it had gluten in it. Is that true?
Yes, it is because we've got barley for beer.
Oh, so-
But funny you should mention that because I've got 2 gluten-free beers right here.
Okay.
Now they're starting to carry these at. I got those at Total Wine,
Yeah.
Trader Joe's. Sometimes
I've seen them at Fry's even
mean-
before. Yeah.
yeah.
Gluten-free beer?
So, but that's the thing, is if you're just going to change your your diet to gluten-free, not because you have to, because you have celiac disease, which those people really get very, very sick if they eat gluten.
They do.
But, so what kind of changes do we need to make?
Well, basically now there's so many products to choose from. You really don't miss out on anything. You just want to be a little bit cautious. But
Okay.
I set it up so we could go breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay.
So
Okay.
here's your breakfast products.
Okay.
There's all kinds of gluten-free cereals, but Rice Chex is naturally gluten-free, so I brought that along. We now have gluten-free Bisquick, but you want to make sure you get the gluten-free. Now, one of my favorite things is cottage cheese. Cottage cheese, most of your dairy products are gluten-free naturally. Daisy brand is a really, that's a good one to, it's just, they say they're gluten-free.
Every
And
Daisy brand is gluten-free. You don't
it
have to
is.
worry about.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
You've got fresh fruits,
That's a given.
yeah, eggs, cheese, most cheese products. And then this is a
fine
bacon.
so far.
Now, I'm good,
I'm not
right?
making any
Yeah.
sacrifices yet. Yeah.
If you flip this over, it says gluten-free on it.
Okay.
Now, not all bacons are because of the additives. So I like to find one that says actually
So you
gluten-free.
never would have thought of the
Okay.
additives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, a lot of times people immediately think they have to give up all bread, but that's the thing is you can still, breads are made with different products, rice flour and things like that.
They are. I found it kind of challenging, though, to find a gluten-free bread. Here's one from Trader Joe's. I did go to Safeway. They have some in the freezer department of all places, but that's where the gluten-free is. Now, the gluten-free bread, if you feel the texture,
It's like hard as a rock.
and
though.
this is
Feel
fresh
that.
bread.
I know. It's like,
Please, over 10 pounds.
Here's the thing, though. This is what I always wanted to point out. It's not
use
necessarily
this in karate
calories for your
schools.
low calorie. It still has quite a few calories.
This is 100 calories a slice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to me, it's enough.
And it's little.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. So for lunch, well, you've got your PB,
PB&J.
PBJ, honeys. Any of your spices are basically gluten-free. Salads, salad dressings, not all of them are gluten-free.
Because they might have ingredients.
Exactly.
And what about brown eggs are, but white eggs aren't?
No, actually, I just happen to have brown eggs. But white eggs are also, eggs are gluten-free.
Okay.
They are.
Vegetables are almost free. I mean, those
Rotisserie
are-
chicken gluten-free, right?
Yes, but I make sure that it says all natural on it because remember the additives. Now
Okay.
this, I picked this up at Costco. This is a turkey breast. Now this one says gluten-free right on it. So
Not all of the lunch meats are,
exactly.
right?
Is it because they could use some type of enhancement,
Fillers or things like
a
that?
filler or something like
Exactly.
Huh,
Now this
very
was a
proud of
nice
that.
piece of steak from Ages. I haven't even opened it yet, but fresh steak.
that?
Your
What about
fresh-
Uncle Ben?
Well, this one is gluten-free because it's rice-based, so you can go with rice or corn products.
Okay.
And I like to read the ingredients here. It says whole grain, parboiled brown
And
rice.
that's it.
Yes,
That's in there.
that's it.
And
makes
look,
it
you can
instant.
find pasta, even chips. Well, corn chips are mostly always
Corn
gluten-free.
chips. This one said gluten-free on the bag.
Okay.
And classical tomato
Which he's
basil.
excited
It's
about.
Italian. Put
Oh.
it on the popcorn.
Where can we get your book?
The book can be found at Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Quickest way is my website.
And who's that
Okay.
hot babe on the cover?
What do you think? She's looking great, isn't she? All right. Thank you very much, Holly. Appreciate it.
Get myfoxphoenix.com on your iPhone free at the App Store and stay connected.